Hey everyone, I'm Arlen Bento Jr. Welcome to the Shoot Par Now Golf Show. Here with my main man, James Stammer.
Hey everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Shoot Par Now, where we do a recap of the tour, cover some golf that we think is interesting, do a little free lesson at the end to help you with your game, talk a little bit about the Shoot Par Now program that I run here. Jimmy always has some things to talk about from his golf writing, things that you're working on with golf. So we hope you enjoy our show. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. And leave a comment. So anyway, this week, PGA Tour, Wyndham Championship.
The last regular season week.
It's true.
We start the FedEx Playoff.
Oh man, that's really so. That's why everybody was jockeying so much.
That's why there was just so much stuff going on. I mean, it was crazy.
So,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, it makes it. Yeah, well now. Well, you know, the whole point of the FedEx was to keep people's attention on golf as we go out of the summer, right?
Yeah.
And
get
so
away from the majors and into the next stuff.
Yeah, so much money. So it was a great tournament. You know, again, Cameron Young, who's one of the top players on tour, first win.
He's been a runner-up 7 times.
7 times. And that's amazing because everybody expected him to like win much sooner, right? So anyway, he has a great tournament, shoots 22 under par.
It could have gone a lot lower.
Oh my gosh. So on the front 9, he goes 5 birdies in a row.
Well, he bogeyed the first hole, and everybody thought,
and then he just went nuts.
I'm gonna cut that off right now.
And basically, he just cruised. I mean, no one really caught him or pushed him. You know, I watched a lot of the highlights this morning too because I watched some of it over the weekend. But you know, there's a lot of the Ben Griffin was there. A lot of the players that we've been kind of talking about all year, they were there, but no one could catch them. You can't open up with 5 birdies on the front 9 and expect to be caught.
No, especially from the lead. No.
Yeah, you're going to pull away.
He had a 4-shot lead, 5-shot lead to start the day.
But I think the big thing was his positioning for the Ryder Cup because I don't know if he's got enough to be a selection, but. There are some comments from Webb Simpson, who's a vice captain, said, you know, obviously he played really well. You know, there was a note that I read that he changed golf balls right before this event.
Changed golf ball, wow.
Yeah, that's
unusual.
Very unusual. So he switched to a prototype Pro V1 X ball early in the week, and they found that ball was performing better for him on the way he hit, you know, his shot. So
you can't argue with it. I mean,
wow.
Proof's in the pudding.
A golf ball switch. Titleist made a switch, and that's really so he's the 1,000th unique PGA Tour winner in history.
That's pretty cool. Maybe that's why he waited this long. He wanted that
to say
anybody could. You know, I mean, how many people could have been? Nobody's going to remember who was the 938th winner on tour.
Yeah, nobody ever remembers that. They won't remember who won this one.
Winner on tour. Oh yeah, that's a Final Jeopardy question. Down the line.
And it was kind of a cool, so I guess he went to Wake Forest and Sedgefield Country Club where they had the event, which is in Greensboro, North Carolina, isn't far away. And they were talking in the telecast how people in the crowd were yelling out Deeks for Demon Deacons. Yeah. So that was kind of a cool story, you know, that, you know, he played close by. But, you know, congratulations to him. We're going to get ready to start the FedEx Cup. So that's going to be always interesting because it's so much money.
Yeah.
And so so people got to get fired up now, right? It's like a lot of guys are like, "Whoo, tired from grinding." Nope, you better get going. There's a lot of money at stake.
Too many dollar bills laying around.
I don't even know what the FedEx Cup is. It 20 million now?
I think it's 20 million now.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's life changing. I mean, all this money is life changing. But FedEx, you win the FedEx, that's big stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you think people would rather win the FedEx or win a major?
Depends on whether it's all the money or if it's the history that you're being more.
I mean, you play golf professionally.
I mean, guys that got enough money that they're not. I mean, you never have enough money. Don't get me wrong, but guys like Tiger, he'd rather have the historical records than the money.
Yeah.
But that's because he's got a lot of money.
Yeah, it's true.
He can have that.
Well, again, it's going to be interesting to watch that play out. Now, speaking of Tiger, I thought this was really interesting because he's proving a lot of naysayers wrong. And I'm not going to say I was a naysayer at all, but I think it wasn't fair. But Charlie Woods,
he got some game.
He got big game.
He can play this game. Yep.
So Charlie Woods this weekend, this is Friday and Saturday, at the Junior PGA Championship, right? Which was in West Lafayette, Indiana. It's called, it must be part of Purdue. It's the Byrick Boilermaker Golf Complex.
Oh, that sounds right.
Yeah, so it's got to be part of Purdue, right? So Charlie Woods shoots back-to-back 66 on Friday and Saturday, and both days he makes 9 birdies.
I haven't had 9 birdies this year. In all the rounds I've played, I haven't had 9
two rounds back-to-back, 9 birdies. I mean, obviously there were a couple mishits in there, right? Because he could have, obviously shot lower.
Yeah.
He fell apart. Should fall apart. He shot a 73 on the weekend, on Sunday, and finished tied for 9th. If he had played a little better on Sunday, he would have made the Junior Ryder Cup team. Which is, think about it. I mean,
that would have been amazing.
Yeah. So he had 66 on Saturday and Sunday, and he opened with a 70, which is 1 under, tied for 43, which was good, right? And obviously, like I said, he didn't have a great Sunday, so they only
compared to his Friday and Saturday. Yeah,
they only took 2 players from that field that made the Ryder Cup team. But you know what? They made a note that he still could be a captain's pick.
I'd take him.
I mean, how do you not take a guy that's playing that well? I mean,
and the pedigree he's got. I mean, imagine the attention you suddenly garnered the entire event.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I feel like Tiger's kind of like letting him do his thing. I don't think Tiger was there for the event. Mm-hmm. I think Charlie's reached the point where he knows his game. His dad's obviously his coach. I mean, that's who's been coaching him. But it looks like he grew a little bit. I think he's caught a little spurt because he needed a little height, right, to kind of get it out there with all the other players that are getting big. But wow, that's pretty cool, And again, not to put pressure. We talk about this in other shows. You can't put that much pressure when your dad's Tiger Woods. I mean, but sooner or later, you either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was great to hear, and I think that's going to be a big thing. Hey, I forgot to talk about the sponsor.
Oh my goodness!
So today's sponsor for our show is Divot Board.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, we've heard it a few times. So listen,
they're a good sponsor.
Yeah, they are. They're a great sponsor. There's a link in the description if you want. You got to use my promo code and you get a discount. But I'm telling you, I've been doing a lot more work with this because the idea of showing people like how to make ball first contact, and it creates this wonderful swoosh here, right? And you just clean it up and you do it again. If you can hit the ball and then take a divot like that, and your divot looks perfect like that, you're going to be a good player. So for those of you that practice indoors, a lot of people have golf simulators now, like people are building. You need to get one of these in your simulator. You can buy just this, and then maybe you could even cut out a little spot in your turf because
keep it level with everything else.
I don't use it every day. I'm sorry. I use it every day, but I don't use it for all my strikes because this will wear out over time. I go through about one every 2-3 months, but we use it a ton. I think at home it would last 4 to 6 months, and then when they wear out, it's not a big deal. It's like tape. So this peels open, and you just get a new top.
A new top.
Yeah, and you can buy the
entire thing.
No, and you can buy the top in 2-pack. So it's a great product. So again, go check out the description.
Another good thing, you don't have to sand your divot when you use it.
That's true.
You don't need to have a bucket of sand.
Yeah, it's really good. And a lot of people when they practice, right? When they hit balls, if they're swinging over the top, we're going to talk a little bit about this today in our lesson when we have a lesson tip at the end. But people kind of swing this way. And they come over the top and they hit a bad slice.
You see it.
Yeah, right, so this one kind of shows you right away. So thank you, Divot Board. They do a nice job. Anything else you got going on? Anything interesting?
Well, we had all the guys who were trying to make the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Okay, that were in contention this week,
They were
right?
in contention this week. It was the top 70 in ties
to get the FedEx
into the FedEx playoffs. So they're going to play this week. The top 70. And the guys that
were on the fringe.
Then it's the top 50
that are
go on to the next week.
Oh, right,
and then
right.
The top 30.
They cut. That's how the cut is done.
All play 4 rounds at East Lake in Atlanta, And
That's a tour championship.
There's
right?
no staggered scoring to start the event.
It's live.
Everybody starts at
fresh.
Even par.
70, 50, 30, and that's it.
Yep.
So 3 weeks to the Cup.
Yep. Had a few guys that you kind of feel bad for a couple of guys. Davis Thompson was inside the top 70. Probably going to be playing in Memphis this weekend this week at the Danny Thomas.
But that doesn't count anymore. The Danny Thomas doesn't count towards.
Well, is it what is it? Memphis? It is the Shriners or the Danny.
I don't know.
Well, this is the first event of the playoffs.
Oh, so he's either.
Memphis.
So is he in?
You're in or you're out.
Is he in?
Well, he was in.
Now he's out.
And then he was out. He 3-putted the 18th hole to fall to 71st.
Oh.
Of all the times the 3-putt.
Can you believe that?
It's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt.
Wow.
Man. That was
Danny.
painful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Danny.
I'm not trying to laugh at it, but it's like ouch.
Wow. Golf is brutal.
Yep, golf can be brutal.
Oh my goodness, that's a brutal one.
And
anybody else there?
Matty Schmidt was the guy who benefited from that 3-putt.
So he got in?
He went from being out to being in.
Wow.
So,
congrats.
how do you feel if you're that guy? I mean, would that bother you at all?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah.
Like Matty Schmidt?
Yeah, if you were Matty Schmidt.
Hell
Would it
no.
bother you? Man, I'm only in because that first son of a gun right there just 3-putted.
That's how it is every week on tour.
Yeah,
I made the cut,
true.
didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Made a lot of money this week because the guy 3-putted and I jumped to 5th. Now, I think that's just how the game is. But that's an unfortunate, that's kind of those curiosities of golf, like 1 3-putt costs you, and then they get money for each event, like in the FedEx, like they're not like just playing for the one. They get money.
Yeah, they get money
every time they qualify, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but it's still substantial. So, poor guy.
And Schmidt was 5 over through 11 holes on his final round, and rolled off 3 birdies coming in, and then Thompson went and 3-putted 18, and that put him in the event.
Wow, that's kind of like really a nice. That's luck, but
Yeah, hey,
sometimes that happens.
you take it.
You always have to take it.
I'd like to see him play well and at least move into the next. I mean, you still have your points right now, so you got to jump 20 guys.
Right.
You can't just finish 10th this week. There's a bunch of other guys with a lot more points than you.
Right.
So it's the top 50 points after this next round, and then it's the top 30 before they reset everything.
Gotcha.
So
that's really kind of a sad thing, but rub of the green, they say.
yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Or as my mother's cousin used to say, that's the way the mop flops.
Mop flops.
Sometimes the mop just flops the wrong way.
Sometimes it does. So we're going to add a little, I'm going to add something to our show each week. So for the next couple weeks, we start, high school season starts here in Florida. So I'm going to do some spotlights on some of the players I work with. And I thought it'd be kind of fun for them to see themselves on the show. And, maybe it might create some interest in the programs that we run. I do have another, it's part of my main business, but it's called College Golf Pipeline, where I help players get scholarships to colleges. But so our spotlight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the player, right? And then when you watch the show, I'll put some clips of his swings in there with some narration. But we're going to be talking about Kaden Brown, who has is going to be a senior at Jensen Beach. And Jensen Beach High School is going to have a really good team this year. I was talking to them, and they also said that South Fork's really good. That's where Grant Horvat went to school. And Morningside's really good, but they have a lot of academy players. And the academy guys are like international players that are like here for school. But anyway, I'm really proud of Kaden. He's done a really good job. We're working on a couple like big things with him. One of the things we've been working on is he tends to like kind of let his lead knee kind of break down into impact, which causes some issues. And he's worked really hard at trying to get that better. And he tends to have a little bit of a drop in his downswing. And so it causes him to kind of hit heavy shots. So we've been working hard at keeping his spine angle. And it's really posture. Like his posture gets a little sloppy and then he can't stay in his position. So those two things, I really, really think if he gets control of those, he has control. He just has to, play well with it. Yeah. But he's got a chance to be a really good player, maybe play some small college golf. So I'm really proud of him. He's been in our program. I don't think he's been multiple years. He might be going on year 2, maybe a little bit longer, but he takes lessons. He's a really bright kid, really good teammate in the program we run. So I'm really looking forward to watching him have a great senior year. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about some of these kids that are in the program. And, maybe you might find some insight or, stuff like this. I don't think people realize how many good players we're having coming out of this area.
Got a lot of good players in this area.
Yeah. I mean, there's always great players throughout the country, but, because we're year round, we have the PGA Village here. We have a lot of great courses, a lot of great programs. And so
there's a lot of great pros. I mean,
there's a lot.
Just some of the touring pros that are around this area. So you figure they're kids.
What's funny?
The number of pros that live in Florida.
But you don't see that. But I don't think that's a. I mean,
see that,
no, they're kids. I mean, Charlie Woods. That's the only one I know of that really took after golf like his dad. Every other one of them that I used to, because I coached at a private school. I had a lot of tour player kids in my program over the years. And we had the Parnevik girls were in middle school. Ernie L's daughter. I mean, we had a bunch. Right? I mean, I can't even remember them all, but they all kind of didn't really love it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun watching Charlie play well because obviously he loves it and picked up the passion for it. Yeah. But we are going to be doing some spotlights. If you are a local player and you do watch this and you want us to spotlight you, just leave a comment and reach out, and I'm sure we could probably figure something out. So finish all of the summer camps. Was supposed to have a summer camp this week, but didn't have enough players, and I'm kind of I'm good. It's been a long.
You've been out in the heat long enough.
Yeah, it's time. This is like Coach Bento's a little bit slow time. I'm still working. I mean, there's still people, but especially indoors. But yeah, it's good to break the summer camp run. It's really hot out. It's really hot. August, September is really bad. But we do start high school. We have a lot of my players have some tryouts this week. My program on Friday, which is high school player development, it's our advanced team. We train every Friday from 4 to 7, play golf. It's really a good program. So if you're watching this and you have a high school player that wants to get better, every Friday we're going to do training. The thing with high school golf here is a lot of the schools, they don't really have coaches that train players. It's more they're managers that kind of manage the events. So they don't get a lot of instruction in their practices. Okay. They play, they do whatever. So Friday, most high schools here, almost all, I'm sorry, I said none, have practice on Fridays, unless it's for an event or something. So I think it's because they want everybody to go to football. Because football's still pretty big, right? Yeah. But so anyway, my practice is on Friday. A lot of kids use me as their coach throughout the season, which is only 2.5 months. It's not very long, but it is helpful. I mean, I've had some great success with, at one time, I was talking to some of the kids, I had 5 Jensen Beach girls in the Friday training. And that year they went to the state and did really well. And 2 girls or 3 girls went to college off of that team. So if you come and you train and you know what you're doing, you always play a little better. So just remember that. So we're doing that and just kind of getting ready to spend some time in the summer, maybe do a little traveling, do a little fishing. Got some projects around the house.
No surfing?
No surfing, no. Sometimes in the morning, the next couple months, I'll be at the beach quite a bit in the morning, and sometimes waves are nice. Yeah. But I'm not going to go surf. I'm not a surfer. You guys see me? I'm
It's one thing I never got into surfing.
12-foot board to carry my weight. That's called a boat. That's like a boat.
I get on a boogie board and ride it in, but I never.
That I'm good at. I might
never quite get the standing up on it part right.
That's a whole skill that you got to work on. And then today, stay tuned because we're going to have our lesson tip today. I'm going to be helping people understand how to shallow the club in the downswing, which a lot of people struggle with. The guy that just finished before you came in to do the show, we were working on some stuff, so we're going to talk about that and. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing the next week or so. You got anything else coming up, playing or anything?
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
They had the Women's British Open.
Oh,
the Women's Open Championship.
We should have covered that earlier before I jumped into Kaden.
Mayu Yamashita.
Oh, Mayu.
Her first tour win, and
she
wins a major.
Where's Japan?
She's from Japan. Yep.
Yeah, Yamashita. Yeah.
So
congratulations to her. Yeah. Great.
I watched Charlie Hall get stuck in one of those pot bunkers.
Really? Can't get out of those things.
It was man, I had just picked it up and thrown it out.
It's hard. Some things you got to go backwards.
It's like literally, it's like It's like standing in a barrel and trying to hit the ball out.
Very, very difficult.
It's crazy.
Got to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to be our show for this week. Thanks for checking it out. Please leave a comment. You guys don't understand how much it helps. And share, because we really appreciate everything and people that watch us, okay? Okay, see you folks next week. Take care. Welcome to our new segment, Player Spotlight. This is Kaden Brown. He's going to be a senior at Jensen Beach. He's been working hard on his game, and I think he's going to have a big year. He's working on a shot here. We're doing training, and we've got an alignment stick trying to work the ball off of the right edge of that bunker. Really has to hold his finish here. A little heavy on the shot, but he does hit a good shot. Good balance. Now we're going to take a look at him working with a fairway wood off the tee. You'll see the same good balance into his follow through, which is super important. Now we're going to get a little insight to some of the drills we work on. He's trying really hard to keep his left knee going into that straight position when he gets the impact. And here's, I'm working with him on the course on his setup. And if you notice here, I don't really like how he has his hands behind the club head. I want it to be more in like a reverse letter K. So all we're doing here is we're working on trying to get his setup what I consider a little more correct and stable. It's a different feel for him, and you know, he's saying it does feel like he's going to hit it straight, but he's just setting up. He doesn't want that. We don't want that tilt. We want to get those hands a little forward, and he's going to make a really good swing here, and he's going to lose his balance because he's not used to being in this position. We also try to get his left shoulder a little closer to the ball because he kind of tends to get a little open. But he makes a great swing down the middle here and then kind of just loses his balance at the end. But he's going to be a really, really good player. Hey everyone, I'm Arlen Bento Jr. Welcome to our golf tip segment, Shoot Parnell Golf Show. Coach Bento here with James Stammer. Hey. And we're going to help you with your game. So what I wanted to talk about today was something that, a lot of people struggle with, which is shallowing the club in the downswing, okay? So let's have Jimmy just hold this club and set up. I'm going to go over it, right? So James is going to go to the top of his swing. And what shallowing refers to is when the player gets to the top of the swing, most players, a lot of people struggle where they swing the club this way. So they start in a steep angle that comes over the top, cuts across the ball, slides a big slice, okay? We don't want to do that. So here's what you got to work on. Set up to it. Go to the top of the swing. So you notice how, as James took it up, the club went up, right? All of the swing, there's going to be a little lift. The secret is, as soon as you start your downswing, you want this to just fall. You want your arms to fall. Feel that feeling? Mm-hmm. You want to feel your arms to fall. Now, one of the great tips that I got many, many years ago, so hit set up to the ground over here. Take your left hand off the club. Okay, so all I want you to do is fold that arm right here, straight up in front of you, fold it. Feel that feeling? Okay. That's all the club does in the backswing.
It just hinges and falls.
Mm-hmm. But as you're doing this feeling, right, your body's turning. So turn your body and hinge. Feel that? That's awesome. Now, this has to fall. You have to unhinge it, right? Mm-hmm. As your body starts going the other way. And that little motion on paying attention to how your arm folds and comes down is critical to stop the over the top. So too many players, they go to the top and they see the ball and they think they've got to hit it hard, and it causes the sequence of the swing not to happen properly, right? Mm-hmm. What is supposed to happen, you're supposed to load to the top, and then as you start the transition from backswing to downswing, there's a shift, there's a turn of the lower body, the side of the body drops as the club lowers, and then it gets really fast right here through impact, right? Now, obviously, there's some opening and closing of the club, which is part of the timing of the swing. Mm-hmm. But if you struggle with coming over the top, you really have to slow what I'm going to call the transition down. So go to the top again, get to the top, and you want to slow this down. Don't want to rush. You want to let it fall. and then speed up. Boom, like that. Okay.
Anybody that watched the event this weekend, the Windham Championships, that's what Cameron was doing. He would literally pause at the top of his swing before he started his downswing.
So those kinds of things that you see with good players, those are just like transitional pieces that they develop over time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm sharing with people today is, I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
It's just how golf works, right? So all good players have really good transitions. Some do pause, some don't pause. But if you really study the swing, there has never been a great player that really starts the club way over the top. You've had some players that are a little steep, but not anywhere near what like I see all the time in the lesson. Because people they start golf off, they don't take a lesson to start, so their fundamentals aren't good, and then they kind of develop this big over-the-top swing, and then it's really hard to fix later on because they've been playing a long time.
Muscle memory's got it.
Yeah, the form's not good. So if you're struggling or you're a new player, you're watching this, just make sure once you get to the top of the backswing, your arms just have to kind of like fall to the side of your body as you start to make your swing. And if you do that, it's going to help you from coming over the top, and you're going to hit better shots. Just like that. All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.